Hey, you all.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, wrong button.
1, 2.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. Hey, Tyler.
Got this right for me. You can see me. I told you I'm working with my laptop now because it's a little bit easier. Zaya saying hi, like every morning.
Hi. I watch you.
He's a monster, apparently. So y'all bear with him. He's monstrous today. Bless you. Mm. Like these cards, okay.
I can this. Ah. 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 Mama, ah.
Okay. Can you watch out a little bit?
Yeah.
I put these back. Sorry, y'all. They keep switching cards on me. Can you give me mine? Can you slide over there?
No.
If you want these, can you be right here with them? I appreciate you.
No, I don't want those.
They're a part of the deck.
No, I don't want them. I want the horse.
Okay. Anyhow. We are starting with the Rebel deck.
I want them horse.
Which one?
Oh, those.
These?
Yes.
No. I'm using these.
No, I want these things.
Then get a different deck.
No, I don't want these things.
First card out was Rebel. And the reason is because fuck it.
Mommy. I'll put the first.
No. Here. Choose a different deck of cards. Choose a different deck of cards, bro.
No.
Pick something else.
No.
Um
No. Too high. I don't like that. I want this one.
For some reason they just snatched this from the bottom of the deck and it says
Please.
there you go.
Ow.
That's what you just did to my stuff, right?
Ow.
Yeah, that's what you just did to my stuff, right?
Ow.
Do you want the cards?
Ow.
Do you want them? That's what you just did with me with these cards. You threw them at me and then you threw my bag, right?
Mama.
Ouch! I know. It's how I felt when you just shoved all this stuff my way and then threw my bag. Do you want those cards? Then be quiet.
Ow.
Kids, y'all, I cannot wait until this little boy leaves at 6 o'clock. I know that sounds terrible, but I can't. Literally counting the seconds, hours. Please go with your father. Today's my cleaning day because he's not here, which made it easier for me to get majority of my room cleaned up. His nose has been bleeding off and on this week since, what's her name? Carter or Cubic or whatever she keep going by saw fit to address on my page like your sheets are dirty. Yeah, me and my kids, we have really bad allergies and we live in the valley, so our nose bleeds a lot. So I don't change the sheets every 2 seconds or the pillowcases because our nose bleeds. We just do that. We wait to the end of the week. We wash and dry other stuff, and then we change things out when there aren't kids here to mess them up. Clearly, you don't have kids, so you don't know that. But that's just how it works. I advise everybody to do that. If you get, if you have an off day throughout the week and it's consistent, or you know your off day earlier in the week, go ahead and make that day your day that you're going to catch up on things. I know most people say make it a rest day. Make it your catch up day. That's what I normally do. Because once you make your off day your catch up day, for some reason you automatically get a rest day. It's always something that you thought was going to happen that ended up going left, and you be like, oh dang, I thought I was gonna have to do that. Well, shoot, I get to lay down now. So when you make your off day your catch up day, it's like, hey, I'm not really doing anything today. I'm gonna go ahead and get the laundry done, go ahead and declutter some things. Decluttering seems to be really big, and I think it's because winter is approaching and everybody gets all kinds of things for, okay, thank you. Everybody seems to be coming into, you get new TVs, new couches, new this, new that. What's up, Jazz? You get new TVs, new couches and such. So they're asking people to declutter. And I think I was asking you all to do that last week as well. And that's not just with just like past lovers or past relationships or anything of the such, old work badges, all that stuff. Go through the smallest of the drawers and get rid of the little bitty things that you do not need. You don't realize energetically they're still taking up your space. Most folks don't realize that. So decluttering is huge. You should be able to have open spaces. You should be able to walk clearly, freely, everything for a place and a place in its staying. Or however they say that. I'm really close. But for that, to do it like that, that makes it a lot helpful. So like I said, to use your off day as your catch up day. Catch up to laundry, catch up to checking in with your kids, catch up to cleaning up around the house, catch up to take that one day that you got and say, you know what, today's gonna be the day that I transform this room. I've been putting it off. I'm gonna go ahead and get it done. So like, take that day to do that. Take your off day to do that, because I promise most people want to use their off day as a rest day, and you never get the rest on your off day. There are no off days, really. That's the got you. It's that there are no off days, and especially if you have kids, you will know there are none. It's around the clock. You don't stop. They don't, and you don't either. So use your off day as your catch-up day. And since you applied your off to your catch-up and made yourself like catch up on some things, you will automatically get blessed with a rest day. It works every time. Sorry, y'all, my hair is bigger than normal. I was going for a different style, and now my hair is everywhere, and there's nothing I can do about it. Only thing I can do is put a hat on right now. I'm gonna pull from the Animal Spirit Guidebook, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook. I like this deck because, for me, not only does it give a clear description of who you are or kind of what you're going through, it also gives you ways to flip it. So it lets you know if you are there and if you aren't there. So that's awesome. Okay. We're keeping all of these.
Mama, I need the water.
Is that it? 2 more cards. Alrighty. One. Are you keeping that one? 2. Alrighty. 2 cards. Okay, so the first card out was the Cosmic Egg. I'll read this one really quickly. In this book, they do spirit and then earth, fire, water, and then earth, fire, water. What am I missing? Air. Sorry. I didn't listen to myself last night. Why not?
Why not?
I knew I should have called you first this morning before I got on my live, but I was already running so far behind that I did not. I'm going to call you and get on you, Jasmine. Jazz, I'm going to get on you, girl. Black egg. Unicorn. Cosmic egg. Okay, here we go. The Cosmic Egg. Completion. You want me to read this last? Okay. I'm sorry. That was the first card out. Okay, we're going with the black egg. This. Okay, so they want me to read that last. They want me to read the black egg first. This is also a spirit card. The black egg. Speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies. Not even little white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is imbalanced, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in, books draw us in, the concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things that others want to hear. We gossip or repeat stories just to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect to it. It's available to us at every moment, in every situation. It is the epicenter of the truth, the birthplace of our voice. That is what everybody keeps being asked to speak from this space. That's where your guides talk to you from when they show up to say, hey, how you all been? Love you, miss you. Just want to let you know, like, hey, speak up for yourself, stand up for yourself. That's why I thanked Carter and Cubic, or whatever she want to go by. That's why I thanked them today for having me stand up for myself. I've not always done that. It's always so much easier for me to stand up for the next person. So defending myself in this live the way that I did, and then not letting it bog me down for the day like I normally would have, because that would have bothered me. Trying to be bullied by somebody, it would have messed with me. And instead it didn't. They had me stand up for myself and then just let it go. I spoke from a place of truth. Don't have nothing to prove to that person or anybody in here. I'm not asking nobody to be here. You all get in here by choice. Quite literally. So it's speaking from a place of assurity. It's speaking from a place of just knowing who you are and what you stand for, and not being apologetic about it, because you know that it's your truth. Doesn't have to be someone else's. That's the thing. Is that people keep saying, that didn't happen. No, baby, that's not your truth. But this is exactly how you made me feel. So it's mine. The second card was the tarantula. Oh, sorry, y'all. That card, I wasn't listening to the The tarantula is the next one out. Give me 1 second. I definitely thought it was right here. Okay, it's the tarantula. At a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose, or dharma. No. Give you a 5. Okay, bye. Prioritizing your life's deeper purpose, or dharma. A habit or a routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream. Yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention in order to find your true happiness. You must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When in balance, follows to it intuition. When out of balance, hesitates and over-intellectualizes. To bring into balance, daily journaling, which is what I'll be asking you all to do. Hold on 1 second. This hair is going to kill me. It is. It truly is. Okay. That's what I'll be asking you all to do. That's what I kept asking you all to do. Go back and prioritize. Like, that's what I was asking you all yesterday. What is your purpose? What is your passion? What are you here for? What are you standing on? What makes you happy? Quite literally, that is it. And I said the same thing. I said everybody started on this little journey. If you notice behind this card, I'm so sorry about the lighting in here. Let me see if I can turn this light out so y'all can see better. can you all see the red in this card? You see all this red and the orange that's sitting with this card? That's how you all started. You started with your root, and you started with your sacral slash solar plexus chakra, which was fine. Which was totally fine. But if you notice, this spider is still all black. Black for protection, yes. But black because they haven't fully found their light. All spiders ain't dark color. Some of them are absolutely gorgeous. Don't forget that. But they set the foundation, but they didn't follow them, which is what I told you all that you did. You all started on a journey, and then when little bitty manifestations started trickling in, you was like, oh, no, I'm good. No, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And they're asking you to reprioritize, because the things you had coming, they're not all the things that you wanted. You still wanted more. Keep going after those things. Don't stop the process. And don't lose yourself in it either. The bear was the next card that came out. Bear spirit is waking from a spiritual slumber, beginning anew, which is, that makes sense. You're reprioritizing and then stepping right back into it to see what you really want. That does make sense. After a long winter, the bear arises from a deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and to move toward the dawning of the light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new direction and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice. Bear, winter wanes and the warmth of the spring emerges and your transformation begins. When in balance, inner strength and a yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawn, lethargic, and a huge heaviness. To bring into balance, movement or exercise, which is why I tell y'all I dance so many times a day. It's literally to shake up that vibration. You have to have it. You have to keep finding new ways to boost yourself up when it doesn't feel like nobody needs to be boosting you up. For like, you have to have that. You have to keep constantly shaking and just awakening yourself, keeping yourself new, constantly learning, constantly growing, constantly something you should want to know. I ask people that all the time. What did you learn today? Tell me something new you learned today. So for people who text me, well, not Jasmine, because we're working on other stuff, but most people who text me outside of trying to do any of this spiritual work, when we're talking, tell me something good. Tell me something funny that you heard. Tell me something that you learned. These are questions that I ask every day to people that I just talk to every day. It's the conversations y'all choose to have. Because you be wanting to know what happened between them and so, like whatever became of that beef that y'all had. I'm not worried about that when I see you or when I talk to you. Good vibes only, right? All I want to know is something good. Tell me something funny. Did you hear anything funny today? What's the best quote you seen? What's the funniest meme? Yeah, I'll break it down to even that. Like, what was the funniest meme you seen today? Send it to me. I want to laugh too. I want to know what makes you laugh, what makes you smile. That's important to know that about the people in your life, because sometimes your sense of humor is not always what someone else's is. Like if people ask me and my sisters, how the fuck do y'all watch Seinfeld? It's hilarious. For people that understand dry comedy. For people who understand dry comedy, it is. And like, yes, just to know what makes them them. That's always important. To know that. 1 second, you all. My son is asking for wrestling. But you are exactly correct. That's the important portion. Enlightening conversations. Because then you won't know what makes somebody else tick. Like, you can go to tell them a joke and you be like, damn, I would have known that offended you had I known that, you don't really, you take your religion seriously. Just, it could be any little thing that people don't realize. And it's because you don't take time to ask simple questions. Simple questions. Simple questions, simple answers, and I promise you it lets you know anybody better than what you ever could imagine. It lets you get close to somebody. You're not asking them. Nobody cares who anybody's favorite sports team is. Half the time, you got your favorite sports team. They've been your favorite sports team for the last 20 years. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares about those things. The next card was Frog Spirit. It's water. One second. The frog. Clearing, cleansing, and healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within the healing element, and this emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that the water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry such heavy loads. When in balance, clear, and enthusiasm for life. When out of balance, depleted, and feels like you're running on empty. To bring into balance a lake, a river, an ocean, or a bathhouse. A lot of you all, I know that I tell people to burn things and let them go. But another way to do that is literally to write that stuff down. And that paper, it just, pour water on paper. The shit just crumbles like goat cheese and the shit's just done. You can't make it out. You can't put it back together. It's just gone. You can cleanse that way too. Write your feelings down. Put that shit in a glass mason jar and watch that shit just break up slowly. Even if you watch it break up over a couple days, couple hours, whatever, watch that shit just slowly tear apart and it be something that you can't even recognize no more. Let it go. Everything doesn't, I think someone is saying that because everything doesn't always have to be so hot and hasty to let things go. They don't always have to be in an angry manner. You can let them go in a tranquil manner, very peaceful state. Water is so peaceful. It can either sit still, it flows nicely, or it can be rushing and rapid. But like, you can totally write down your feelings, like I said, on those papers, stick them in a glass mason jar, and just watch that shit just totally break away and become nothing. The last card, which is what the first card was, which is the Cosmic Egg. I get why they made me read this last now. It ties together the whole, every animal that came out. The Cosmic Egg, completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite, or the finite. To me, it's infinite, so within the finite, to me, I guess. The Cosmic Egg is the final card in the journey of the Animal Spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of the cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we will travel alone, disconnected from others, even if our encounters with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer of flash. This interconnectedness is potent. The energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning that we hold on to, and life holds on to us. This journey is complete, but it does not end. This card is wrapping up. Go with love. This card refers to, for me, it's just saying that this is what everybody is looking for. to come into completion with themselves, to say that I have all of these gifts. If you notice, every color of the chakra is sitting wrapped around this egg, and then you have this snake that's wrapped around it, which means that I'm willing to protect this at all costs. I know what I know, and I came into myself, and I promise you, I may look like a little video thing, and I know I'm wrapped around tight around this thing, but honey, snakes do damage, and it's just a quick, that's all it takes. Snakes stand alone. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but most of the time if a snake attacks you, it ain't 1,000 snakes running after you. Just that one. You never seen nobody say, man, I got chased by a pack of snakes. You don't even see snakes gathered in like packs and groups like that unless somebody has actually brought them. They travel alone. They know what they know by themselves. They stand strong alone. They have the wisdom. They're asking me to read another part of this again. It says, if the egg has not been activated, we may feel like we will never get there, or that we will travel alone and disconnected from others. I think that's how everybody feels, but I think that was what I was talking about when it comes to not leaning on all of that love coming from one person and then having that universal of love, so that way you never feel like nothing is ever going to happen, or that you're going to be standing out or alone or disconnected from everybody forever. There's no reason to feel like that, especially when you know that there is an entire universe of folks out there ready to love you. It's knowing that and trusting that you've done enough good that people just want to see you do good. They want good for you. The Rebel deck was where I started, so I'm gonna go back to this. The first card out of this deck was Rebel, because fuck it. And I think that was just saying, in order to be on this journey, you have to be a rebel. You have to go against the grain. You can't go with what everybody else is doing. None of this is a religion. This is not an occult for me. I don't do that. That's witchy. That's witchcraft. That's demonic. I don't do occult anything. I don't do nothing that has to do with witchcraft. Not spell work, not candle magic, not anything. So you will never hear me say the word occult. I only speak in love. Quite literally. I might cuss you out, but I promise it's out of love. I only speak in love, so I don't get down with an occult or anything of the such. So in order to find this path that you're on or wanting to maintain, you have to be the rebel. Yeah, you have to be the rebel. You have to completely go against wanting the Fashion Nova, wanting the attention, wanting the... Yeah, it says you are loved and you're here for a reason, so don't fuck it up. You can't be... Nobody is going to love you the way that they love somebody else, because they... I don't know, you give certain love to certain people for certain reasons, right? So why would you want them to love you the way that they love somebody else when you don't know exactly how they love that person? You're here for a reason. Accept what's coming to you. Walk your path because it's yours. And if somebody is telling you that they don't want to love you because you own it, good. What they say, when you don't want to come to my house because I'm burning sage, bitch, that means I know that the sage is working. Good. I don't need you here. That means you knew to check your energy before you even came. Because I'm not about that. It's quite literally how it works. I'm not about that life. I don't do the drama and I don't have all the stuff. You are great within. You just have to know it, Ari. See? You are the best thing that ever happened to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. You are great to yourself. They're saying don't talk to anyone, and this is for everybody. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. You need some fucking alone time, and you know why? And the reason why is because you all stopped this this journey. when little things started happening, or even when the tower moment started happening, they asked you not to run away from them, to face them like dead on. Like when big shit, it was like, you know, everybody's been getting these. If you all do anything with YouTube and you all getting these general reads from like people who do them monthly or weekly or what have you, I will say it as I've said it before. I will say it a million times over. Queen Cup Tarot. Her real name is Destiny. She's on YouTube. She reads beautifully for the collective. She breaks it down by sign, and sometimes she just does collective videos. For those of you all who are looking for like ancestry or anything of the such like that, Hourglass by Jazz, and the word hour is spelled Hour. Hourglass by Jazz. She's dope. Super, super dope. She's always on a the ancestors speak to her heavily, so she channels for them like I channel for you all, and she's awesome. Another person would be Water Baby Tarot. She's so dope, you all. She reads energetically for the collective. She reads for cross watchers and such, and she is so dope because she is super thorough. Like, she does not care that her videos may go on for over an hour and such. Like, she's dope. And then the last one that I was gonna say is the Woke Therapist, and she speaks from a Queen Cup Tarot and Hourglass. Yep, Queen Cup Tarot and Hourglass by Jazz. Yes, Ari, that is correct. What's that girl's name? What did I just say? The Woke Therapist. She is actually a licensed therapist, so she's dope. She's yes, Water Baby Tarot. And then what's her name? The Woke Therapist. She's a black therapist from New Orleans. So first of all, absolutely dope. Like, she just is no hose bar. She's super funny. And then on top of that, she's giving you the spiritual standpoint, and then that actual, she gives you that, for me, she gives you the actual human experience, because she has a license in psychology, so she knows how to communicate with you on both sides for you to get it either way, like whatever way is going to help you understand. So she's super dope. Her name is the Woke Therapist, so she's super dope. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Look, my yoga mat is sitting over there, and I keep saying that I'm gonna fool with it. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool, and it really kind of is. That yoga just goes along with breathing. That's just getting into the natural flow of your body. That's what everybody needs to do. Start listening to their bodies. Deep breathing, making sure everything is flowing from the bottom of your feet all the way up to your head. Could you please list these, because I want to view all of them? Yeah, no problem. I definitely will. I will send them in just a second. They are, that breathing, I'm so serious, y'all. I know y'all think it's just like the smallest things, but I promise y'all, it be the little bitty things that be absolutely life-changing. When you change your inside, it literally reflects on your outside. Like, y'all wonder why y'all rooms be crazy and cluttered up? It's because y'all minds and y'all hearts be crazy and cluttered up. Got 1,000 things on your mind. So your room reflects it. It's laundry everywhere. Like, I hate folding laundry. I will do it all day. To fold that shit and put it up, that is a whole another lifestyle that I just don't like to live. Literally train myself to just do the shit the second that the damn thing stops. U equals tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. I'm not sure who that was for. That could be for me. I'm not really looking to fool with nobody. The breathing is a whole lifestyle. I'm telling you, the second that you take notice of the fact that you have not been breathing properly, or in my case, at all for that matter, worlds of differences opening up in your life. I swear to God, like, I swear. Just being able to know that you can take that breath and it is not going to take you down. Like, most people hold their breath because they think that, man, if I let go, then I don't know what else is going to happen. And, like, the other shoe might drop and, bitch, I just might lose it. But being able to take that breath, woo, and know that it's not going to break you, baby, that is a damn reward in itself. That's a gift in itself. Did you all have...
Happy birthday to you.
You are talented and fucking amazing. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. Meaning, know who to give your energy to. Everybody's here for a reason and for a purpose. That's great. Know who to give your energy to. Like, it wouldn't make no sense to just sit there and keep arguing with a, I don't know, with a kid, a brick wall. Some people just ain't gonna get it. Know who to give your energy to. You be good. Yes. And I say the thing about the breathing too. I struggled with epilepsy and still do, partially to this point. I haven't had a seizure in almost 6 years. Thank goodness. But learning to control my emotions helped me learn to control my epilepsy, if that makes any sense. I noticed that my seizures would be really bad on the days that I was the most angry or the most excited. So if I couldn't keep a balance of being too mad or too happy, boom, there I actually went. It was a whole grandma seizure out on the floor, honey. I've got several scars from dropping like the... You be talking to me and there I went. If we was walking and talking, baby, you lost me way back when, because I promise you, if you told me, hey, this is where we going, I am hyped. By the time we took the first 2 steps, you left me way back when. I'm seizing out in the back. Like I promise. Come find me. That breathing, when I got older and I started having my kids, my seizures came back. And that learning to breathe versus the medication that they wanted to put me on, which made me feel like I was moving in slow motion and I couldn't keep up with my kids. Yeah, panic attacks is just as bad for me. That's how I knew that my seizures were coming. It would turn into a panic attack where all of this felt really heavy, and then boom, I was on the ground. Yeah, they fucking suck. But learning to control that, finding that fine line, saying, okay, Ashley, calm down. It's still gonna happen for you. No reason to get excited. Wait to be excited when you get there. You know what I mean? You know it can happen. It's like constantly training myself to say, hey, these things can happen if you don't learn to control it. So do you want another scar? Are you trying to get some more stitches behind your head or behind the leg or scratches in the back? Like, what are you trying to do? What else are you trying to hurt? Because you know what being like this can get you. So I learned to rock with it. It took me into my 20s to be able to do that, and it was really hard. But, I mean, to each his own.
Mama,
This is for the weekend. They said because shit is about to get real for... Yeah, I'll turn it up. They said that shit is about to get real for December. There you go. Shit is about to get real for December, so it's the last little celebration thing that y'all will have. Like, shit's about to get really real, so take a shot. Don't take 12, take 1 or 2, and then move the fuck on, because they're asking you all to gotta get rid of this energy. This old stuff, this stagnant stuff, that stuff that's keeping us there. Do whatever you need to do. Take your shot, smoke your blunt, and blow it out. Release it. Let it go. We got to keep moving forward, because that project, that person, that idea is waiting. So get after that shit, because the world has your back. So the things that y'all keep saying that y'all won't, they waiting on y'all. Do whatever the fuck it is that you need to do. Take that shot, tequila, bourbon, whatever it is, down it. Blow out that stress and move the fuck forward. Like, literally, that's what they're asking y'all to do. Move the fuck forward. Sorry, y'all. Vaseline for my lips. Yeah. Take a shot. Call me. I'll take a shot with you. Yeah. I might take a shot. Not really good at shots. I'm good for a beer. If y'all want to relax and have a beer, I can do a beer. Or like a glass of wine or something. Shots aren't really my thing. They're dangerous. A little bit scary. A little bit scary. And they hot. I don't know how y'all be doing that. That shit is hot. I'm just taking shots. This is hot. This is like a fire-breathing dragon on this motherfucker. That shit is crazy. Are there questions that you all had about trying to, like, release certain things or ways to go about letting go of certain things or anything like that? Did you all have questions on that stuff? Because I really just like to get on here and just say positive things, because I know most people go their whole day without hearing something positive. That's just the little thank you card that comes in the thing. I know most people can go their whole day without hearing that they're awesome or that they're great. So I want to try to remind you that you are constantly supported and that you are great. Doing the readings is just a bonus. I just like to remind people that they're amazing. I had a really hard time reminding myself that I was amazing at a lot of things. And slowly finding all the things that I was amazing at led me to this gift. So I like to, my actual move is to pay it forward. I'm dwelling on shit I should have done in the past. We were literally just talking about bucket lists. But I don't like to call them bucket lists, like things to do before you die. I like to call them here and now. I want to do it while I'm still able of mind and body to do it. Don't wait until you're 80 and then decide that you want to go skydiving. Like 80-year-old bodies, they don't react to skydiving very well. If you can do it, then you do it. Do it when you're of sound mind and body to be able to do it. Don't make no bucket lists. And don't be dwelling on shit you should have done in the... What do you feel like you should have done? Because if you felt like you should have done it, guess what you would have did? You'd have did it. Y'all play those shoulda, coulda, wouldas or what ifs repeatedly. I don't. I never do, because I can't go back and change it. Well, what if this would have happened? But it didn't. Well, y'all could have been, but we wasn't. Well, it was going to be, but it ain't. So, fuck we doing now? Don't dwell on shoulda, coulda, wouldas. What they say, I was just watching Sister. If you wake up in, like, that's it. You can't dwell in that. There is so many people out there wishing that they should have. No. And I promise you, you feel like 10 years, it's been sitting on my mind. It's been sitting on my mind. And I really wanted to do it. If you really wanted to do it, baby, you would have done it. You didn't do it, not because fear is holding you back. You holding you back because a part of you really doesn't want to do it. You may think so. Somebody may have told you that you should have. Let's do that. But if you didn't do it, then that means that somewhere deep down you knew it wasn't right for you in one way, shape, form, or fashion. And if you are letting fear control what you're not doing, then that means to go ahead and get after it while you still able of mind and body to do so. Don't wait until your body is going out. Or you're not in the right mind to make the decisions on what you want to do. Do the shit now. The card that came out was my healing is already in process. And it is, because we all started it already. My willingness to forgive begins my healing process. I allow the love from my own heart to wash through me, cleansing and healing every part of my body. I know that I am worth healing, and everybody does. Like I said, you can't change it. If you and him was, honey, we could have been married. Bitch, if y'all was going to be married, guess what y'all would have been? Married and happily ever after. Well, that job could have been my end all to be all. But if they wanted to hire you, baby, they would have. If that was a profession you were supposed to be in, you'd have done it by now. So either you're not ready for it, you're not ready for that type of responsibility, or that's just not some shit you were supposed to be doing. So stop looking at shit like a loss. Things are not happening to you. They're happening for you. So like, just because you can't see them, there's a bunch of fucking clear people, whatever you want to call them, ghosts, whatever, weaving you. Every time you take a step, they're like, nope, don't go over there. Don't take this step. Don't make that left. Don't make this right. We going over here. We going over there. They're constantly maneuvering you all in and out of whatever's to make sure that, one, your healing is in a process. And then two, to make sure that you're protected. If it did not happen for you, it was for a reason. And whatever you're feeling like happened to you, it happened for you for a reason. For you to recognize those signs later on in life. Those predators, those liars, those it's 11:11, those kinds of people. You ran into those kind of people for a reason. That way you can, you know, when you do get the things you want and someone tries to come in like that, you're like, oh no, I've already met your kind before. Circa 2010. His name was Jonathan. Senior kind. Same person, different face. Y'all have to start noticing when y'all meeting the same people with just a different face. Because that's what y'all be doing. Meeting same people, different faces. Meanwhile, your healing is already in process, so you don't have the time to let those same type of people keep coming right back in. You have to know that you're worth forgiving and worth loving yourself to keep pushing forward because you've already started a process. So why go backwards on it? Don't even make no sense. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm getting better with these contacts. I haven't touched my eyes as much as I normally would have. And for the most part, I can see the screen pretty decently. I'm learning how to focus my eyes, I guess, with these things. This is not as easy. I know y'all very get contacts. This shit is hard. I feel like I can't see myself. My thoughts are creative. I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. I create my own reality and everyone in it, and that is literally choosing to give your energy to who and what. Let them bitches go. Hell yeah, let them bitches go. Out to every nasty negative thought. They are only thoughts, you all, and thoughts can be changed. What you thinking about, girl? I don't even remember. And what you start doing? Think about something else. They're just thoughts and they can be changed. It's a choice to dwell in what shows up and keep beating yourself down about it or not. I keep saying, and I know that this is really, really hard, but like it is really hard to encourage yourself because we do look for outside people to build us up. I don't think that in this life that we've always been taught that most people outside of like our parents or our immediate family are the people who should be like lifting us, what have you. We're never taught that it should be ourselves. Boost yourself, care about yourself, love yourself. You don't find out about self-love literally until you're midway through your teens, working up onto your 20s. And fuck, by then it's too late because a lot of the time life done happened to you already in one way or another. It's a scary feeling not to know that you're supposed to have that connection with yourself until it's damn near too late. Some people don't even make it to their 20s. So imagine going all that time completely unhappy in a body with a soul that is just completely depleted. Are you keeping that? No. Are you keeping these? Are you keeping this one? Alrighty. That's going to be it. This is it. Alrighty. Thank you. Here we go. I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. It is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life. Meaning, it is only you. That's why I keep telling y'all, it doesn't have to make sense to somebody else. Your dream of what you want, all types at my car. 1 second. I want to see what that means really quickly. Bee spirit. Earnest, hardworking, and democratic. The B personality is a delight to be around, especially when there is a team project on the horizon. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures, aware of many subtleties at once. They are artists at heart. They usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they have busting, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all that work. Then they gripe and then they sting people. When in balance, content, active, and vibrant. When out of balance, feels overworked and annoyed. To bring into balance, a mini vacation. That was your bee spirit, Ari. But me telling you all, it only has to make sense to you. Whatever your vision is, it doesn't, people, oh, girl, that ain't gonna work. Like, ain't nobody gonna buy that. Who would think about doing it? You don't know. You don't know what other people need. You know, whose mind is on the same track that mine is on. So I'm not worried about what you think is gonna work for me and or how. That's the last thing that I'm worried about. I'm only worried about what I said is gonna work for me. I release all criticism. I only give out that which I wish to receive in return. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every moment. I literally keep telling you all this. Whatever you are giving to somebody is what they're going to give back to you. You surround yourself with, when you be like, I don't even know why I hang with these people. Some part of you identifies with them. Figure out what part of that is and get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. Find out what part of you keep. When you say, man, I don't like this about her, 9 times out of 10, that's why you're hanging with them. They pulled that out of you and you don't like what they bring out of you. Cut them the fuck out. Release the criticism. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing and or saying. Bitch, I no longer want to be your friend. I don't care. That's literally just it. I am willing to change. You all get the same cards every single time. And they putting this in reverse because they're saying you all aren't changing by will. You're not willing to change. You all are being changed by force, which sucks. That sucks, to be changed by force, which is what most of us know. And Spirit keeps saying that they were asking everybody to change willingly this time instead of by force. I am willing to release old negative beliefs. They are only thoughts that stand in my way. My new thoughts are positive and fulfilling, but you all don't have that for some strange reason. Y'all don't have positive and fulfilling thoughts. You all have other people's beliefs and criticisms weighing in your head, which is stupid. Your thoughts are the ones that create who you are. So if you push the negative ones aside and only listen to the great ones that make you great, which that's what Ari said, I just want to be great to myself, you already are. You just have to know it. That's why when, family members think that I don't hear them talk about me, I do. It just don't bother me. You know why? Because my lifestyle isn't bothering the other people that's around me. I live with my grandparents. I'm okay with that. If they were ready for me and my kids to leave, they'd have said that. I hear people say, oh, she's posting pictures like that and she stays at home with her parents. I do. I live at home with my parents because when things get rough, you should always be able to go back to your parents. I'm okay with that. Am I not supposed to take a picture or have a body or build my self-confidence because I'm back with my parents? So there's no move back in with my parents and then stop all my self-growth to fit how they feel. She still buys weed. I do. I buy it because it's with my money and I smoke it. I don't ask nobody else to support my habit. But until what you're doing is affecting the next person, it will never bother. You can never bother me. Yeah, people is crazy. You damn right they crazy. You want me to be ashamed of the fact that I lost everything, and I'm telling you there are people who lost everything for less. Because they had a habit. Because they couldn't manage money. Because they couldn't. I lost everything because the house that I was staying in was not mine. I was renting it. They decided to sell it to somebody who wanted to own it, and guess what? I was not willing to do that. Am I ashamed because they made a profit? No. Did it hurt me? Not really. I moved 3.5 blocks back from where I was. My kids' school didn't change. My life didn't change. Nothing. Just my address. And it was just a few blocks. Literally, I can still walk to my old house. So what other people saw as this detrimental change to my life, I saw as a blessing, because guess what I'm not paying? Rent, LG&E, or water. I actually have time to get me and my kids together instead of constantly being a mom and on the go and 100, 100, 100, 100 all the time. I get to breathe. So I'm sorry that you don't see that as a plus, but bitch, I do, because I got 16 years of this, being somebody's mama. And it is hard when you start that shit at 18. So the things that you feel about me, it doesn't bother me. And no, I don't have bedspreads and all this kind of stuff to keep changing like I would if I was in my house. I can't bring my whole house, my 3-bedroom house, 2-bathroom, all that stuff. I couldn't bring that into my grandparents' 2-bedroom apartment, so I deal with what I have. I'm okay with it. It's what I like. If you know me, and if you ever get to meet me, I like such simple things, it's not even funny. Down to the point to where I don't eat condiments, honey. Everything plain. I like it just simple, just the way it comes. I'm okay with that. No bells and whistles and extras for me. I love that I'm here to help my grandparents. They help me, and I'm helping them as well. Helping them get their health and everything back on track, making sure they're going to their doctor's appointments, making sure that my kids are steadily giving them life. Like the youngness of my kids in here, I've seen my grandparents get up and move around like years in the time that I have not seen them doing these things in the last couple of years. But my kids being here is giving them that. It's rebuilding my grandmother's lung, having her laugh. She had a depleted lung at the beginning of the year. So watching my kids, do that, that's awesome. I'm saying this because people got knocked back in this corona and they feel like that they're losing, and they're not. Take these things as a blessing. Going back home to live with your mama gives you time to breathe, focus, and get your next plan. Don't feel bad if you can't help them out. They're only expecting you to do what you can. Yeah. My grandparents raised me. I've lived with my grandparents basically my entire life. So they are the parents that I know. You know what I mean? So this was coming back home for me. I didn't just move in with some random ass people. They've been with me my whole life. My grandparents are the people that I know to be my parents. Don't think getting knocked back, that's a downfall. It's not. You got knocked back for a reason. That meant where you were standing, you were never supposed to be there. I lost that house because it wasn't mine. And to be honest, they bought it out, and looking at these people that just bought that house that I got put out of in November, they're already looking to sell it. You know why? Because the house was shitty. That's why when the house got bought and they were saying you went from paying $775 to now we're going to charge you 13 something. I won't pay that to stay here. Well, we're selling the house. Good. No sweat off my back, baby. This house ain't mine. You act like you stealing something from me. That job was not mine. And I realized when I left or I lost my job at Ladyfingers, I was a wedding planner, an event coordinator. I realized when I left, I took my business with me. If that makes any sense. All those clientele that I had built, I was the only black person working for her company. All that clientele that I had built, they came with me. They still ask me for their husband's surprise birthday parties. Oh, my daughter's getting married. Can you come up with a menu? Can you come up with a theme? Do you got a color scheme for this? They still contact me. And they refuse to do business with Ladyfingers because they don't have any more black faces. I love that. They lost a lot of their clientele. It's on how you treat people. So I didn't take it as a loss because they still call me. I'm still getting paid out of their pocket for my ideas. I didn't need Ladyfingers' name behind me to do that. I built that. My creativity up here. Ladyfingers didn't give me that. I was who I was when I applied for that job years ago. It's never a loss. Nothing is ever a setback. When you get knocked back, it means, damn, I was not supposed to be right here. So where the fuck am I supposed to be? If I'm not supposed to be right here where I'm supposed to be, that's what you need to start thinking about. If this is not the place for me, where is mine? Not, I just lost it all, now I gotta start. No. Yes, it's exactly what it is. It's growth. That's how this works, you all. Life supports me. Life created me to be fulfilled. I trust life, and life is always there at every turn. I am safe. Literally, nothing ever. I'm talking about a lady who was on the street with her children, standing in front of their house with all their shit on the curb, honey. Life showed up right for me right then and there. My mom, my dad, and my sister and my cousin and my sister's husband, so my brother-in-law, came to help me get all of my shit. My dad put my stuff in a storage. We moved the rest of the stuff that we could into my grandparents' home, and we've been working ever since. Life was supporting me. I trusted life to have my back, and they did. We ain't been homeless, hungry, scared, cold, nothing. I balance my masculine and feminine side. You all got this card last night. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace, and all is well. This I'm still working on. Balancing minds. It is really, it's not as easy. I'm a very heartfelt person. So giving from the heart, loving from the heart is nothing to me. It's constant. I do it unconsciously. I don't even know that I'm doing it. Coming into logic with some of the things that I have done for people that I knew that I was never going to reap in return, whether it be energetically, financially, or whatever. That's the thing. It's not letting your heart overwork your mind or letting your mind control the heart. It's bringing it into that perfect balance, so that way you're not either overgiving or underthinking or overthinking and not listening or hearing or feeling. So you have to bring the both into that. And when you do, it says, I open new doors to life. I rejoice in what I have, and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. And that was exactly what I just said. I know that I rejoice in what I have, which is a roof over my head, clothes on my back, and me and my kids is safe. I rejoice in what I have, because you can ride downtown in any city. Could you stop? You can ride downtown in any city, and there are tons of homeless people. People sleeping out there with their kids and the whole nine. So I rejoice in what I have. I don't need to manifest the huge. I don't need big cars or BMWs or 16-bedroom homes or with lakes and catfishes and private jets. I don't want that. I want me and my kids to be safe when we walk outside of the door. I want to feel safe just being in my own skin. I don't want to be seen as a threat or a mean person or as a bully or an angry black whatever, or she just got to have the attitude because I'm black. So that's what I want. I rejoice in what I have, which is self-assurance that I know who I am and what I want and where I'm going. And my kids are safe and okay. Teaching them to be comfortable in the skin that they are in, because everybody didn't teach us to do that when we were growing up. Those kinds of things. That's my abundance. That's my manifestation. That my daughter is 15 and has more security in herself than most fucking 50-year-olds. That's my abundance. That I'm raising like-minded and like-hearted people like myself. That's my abundance. That my grandparents are still in their health. That I lived a life of being able to know both sets of my great-grandparents. I'm talking years of wisdom that y'all niggas will never even get outside of a book. I'm saying I talked to these people firsthand for years, over and over and over. The stories never got old. Listening to their growth of what they seen and where we are now, that shit never got old. Y'all don't know what that feels like. Y'all don't have that shit. Yeah, being able to listen to their stories, to where we're at, to what they expecting of us. And I carried that shit from my grandfather's parents, literally. My great grandma mama says she lives right there on 3rd Street, sitting in a house up on the hill. Matter of fact, she bought the house that her family was owned in, and she owns all the land behind it. Fuck y'all talk about generational curses, bitch. My family been done. The city just condemned the house that she was birthed in. She 98 years old, bro. What y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all want to be Jay-Z, Lil Wayne's, T.I.'s, Lil Young Jeezys and all that. I don't want that. That's not for me. I don't give a fuck about no cars, no TV shows, no house, no check, no nothing. It's that faith. It's that stability. It's that strength that she's 98 years old and ain't a person gonna fool with her. She know where she going. She know where she been. She know what she wants. She know what she got. She know what she can provide. She know her contribution. All her years is accounted for. I went to a funeral one time that said, you know, when you get to where you're going and on that tombstone, you know, it has the year that you were born and then it has the year that you died. And they said the most important portion on that tombstone is the smallest thing, which is that little dash. It says born 1968, little dash about this big, might be a little squiggly line, but the dash is about this goddamn big. Then it says you died in whatever year, right? But that dash is all the years you were fucking living. Everything you done, everything you contributed to the world, how people saw you, how you made them feel. The impression that you left was left in that dash. Not the day that you came and not the day that you left. That little bitty space in the middle was what you left behind. Make your dash count. Make that time frame, make that space, make it count. Say that you were here for something. For everything, for all the things, for anything. Like, that's how this is. Y'all have to start seeing the beauty in things. I promise you, because have a conversation with a person that's 80 and up. Black or white, they will tell you that they did not see the world coming to be this. Good or bad. Learn something. Or teach something. Learn to value something, starting with you. Learn to value something, and that's starting with yourselves. I'm serious. When they say people worked hard to get us to where we are, walking in my great-grandparents' home and looking at them, shaking hands with Martin Luther King, or marching with Malcolm X, or I didn't even realize then that the person that was sitting with Dedo was fucking Bernie Sanders. I didn't get that then. I get it now. I got it when I was in high school, coming into my 20s. I reflect on so many of those conversations going to their apartment. The peach ice cream, the things that they enjoyed, how things have changed, even listening to the cost of things. Learn something, y'all. I'm telling you, it means everything. Old black people, they have so much respect for themselves. I know that it is very disheartening to see a young girl with everything hanging out or this and that or whatever, and I get it. It's freedom. Isn't that beautiful to be able to do that? Ari, his experiences, were they not some of the most beautiful ones? You'd be like, dang. And the way that they talk is so carefree. My grandfather's father was just so, every other word was a cuss word. He had the most infectious laugh. He was just beautiful. Peach ice cream. Oh, I haven't had that. I haven't had it even since his wife passed. But like, dude, I'm telling you, that's what she would say. Are you downtown? Like when all of us started driving, she would call my youngest sister and be like, are you downtown? Precious used to hang downtown a lot. All of her friends hung down there. And so, or lived down there. And so she would be like, if it ain't no bother, I would just see if you could bring me up some of that peach ice cream. You know, we look like that. Those are the kinds of things. Sherbet. Like most people don't eat sherbet anymore. That's an old people thing. And we do. It's sherbet. The green and the orange. We like them both. Just cause. I'm serious. My palate, I know that it is of an old person. I was raised around nothing but old people. Yes, that's what I want to do. I want to give you those memories, that nostalgia, have you reliving that and make you think that you left something back there. There's a story back there that's going to help you somewhere. There's a story back there that may help you somewhere. There was something that someone told you that would apply to you right now. Think about it. Pull from that strength of the stories that they was telling you. Dogs and cops and billy clubs and water hoses, and fire departments and Klansmen and all that kind of stuff. Pull from that strength. Because you still knew them in the 2000s for a reason. They were still right here standing strong for a fucking reason. Y'all be ready to end it all. For less. Way less. This nigga don't love me. T.I. didn't follow me back. Ace Hood won't mention me in a song. Like y'all just, I ain't got enough. Y'all problems ain't real problems. I found that out, and this is coming from a mother of 3. I found out that my problems were not real problems. My kids was fed, we had a roof over our head, we was safe, and we was warm. We didn't have no real problems. Half y'all can't do the shit that y'all want to do instead of doing the shit that y'all need to do, and y'all think that y'all got real problems. You got no problems. Y'all don't have no real problems. Start looking in on yourself. Encouraging yourself. Pull from their strength because they really went through something. Y'all mad about breakups. This nigga didn't want you. Good. Because he's probably somewhere doing the next bitch the same way the fuck that he was doing you, and you should be happy that you're not there. Yeah, that was me and you, one and the same. Between Tennessee and Kentucky, honey, and neither one of these country roads is neither one of these country roads is any more different than the next. Me and you is just the same. Listening to jazz country and stuff, that's me. That was so me. So me. We grew up with Reba McEntire, John Michael Montgomery, Brooks and Dunn, Shania Twain, Trisha, like all that kind of stuff. We grew up with all of that. Country music tells stories. Y'all don't be ready for those kind of conversations though. They be saying exactly how you feel, that you ready to risk it and willing to end it all for. That's what they be doing. Country music, that's what they do. They put your soul out there. I swear to God they do. I encourage everybody, okay, like for any female that does not have the greatest relationship with their father, Reba McEntire has a song called The Greatest Man I Never Knew. When I tell you, honey, the way she put her and her father's relationship into, I mean, it's just the stories, y'all. Y'all just don't get it. Y'all would rather be shaking ass, and I get that, and that's cool. But all stories can't be found, and your story ain't only gonna be found in Johnny. Oh, honey, me and Johnny Cash, baby, we goes all the way back. Me, Johnny, June, we fools. We fools around with all the fool around. These voices are iconic. Do you hear me? June Carter, when you hear her, you know it's her. Reba McEntire, you know it's her. Hell, I have a hard time deciding between if it's Beyonce or Rihanna sometimes. Queen Naja, who sang this damn song? Y'all want motherfuckers that keep sounding and looking the same. Everybody idolizing Beyonce. Every bitch out there, every person that you idolize is chasing Beyonce. Even the celebrities. That's scary that y'all all want to look like one lady. It's either Beyonce or Kim Kardashian. That's all y'all look like. That's why y'all don't know the voices. You be like, dang, who sang this song? They all sound the same. They all look the same. They sound the same. There is no individuality anymore. You all should be very ashamed of that. The only people that are the individuals is us, and what y'all want to keep doing is giving y'all to them. They ain't even acknowledging y'all. Not your style, not your nothing. You buying they clothes, Blue Ivy Park, but you don't miss your rent payment to put on this sweatsuit. Beyonce didn't even like your shit. Reposted, retweeted, didn't add you to her page, didn't nothing. Y'all niggas look stupid. Oh, hell yeah. Male and female. Look at, Jamar, look at the growth that people, I use Trey Songz all the time as a person who started up here and then slowly but surely just like, you wanted to be young, bro. Like, what happened to you? You started out making beautiful music, love music, relationship music, sex music, and then all of a sudden I don't even know who Trey is right now. I know that they say this new album that he put out is like him, his old self. I keep saying I'm gonna give it a try, but he lost me over a couple years trying to be with this young crowd. The word for there is constantly growing. You went back. Now you popping mollies and twerking in the club with these 20-year-olds. Trey, cuz we in our 30s, though. Why are you hanging out with these 19-year-olds? 22-year-olds? You're a grown-ass man. Like, real life shit happening. Y'all be idolizing celebrities and they be making the same mistakes y'all making, surrounding themselves with people that they don't even fucking like. Gotta do better. And most people say when you know better, you do better. And I promise you, y'all do know better. Most people is just waiting on y'all to do it. Not my artist anymore. Honey, I at one point was stalking Trey. I know it sounds terrible, and I'm okay to say this. Stalking this man is how I felt. I went to see the same show, but like that Passion, Pleasure, Pain tour. Bitch, I went 3 times. For every city that was surrounded, I went to the Kentucky show, the one that he did in Louisville. I went to the Nashville show, bitch, and I went to the Indianapolis show. Every time this man was on tour, I knew I seen that show more than once. More than once. If he went and he was with somebody, I was there. I don't know what happened to that man. But I know after that, what was it? After chapter 5, that was it for him. Like chapter 5, where he was supposed to be transforming into this adult because he was coming out of his 20s into his 30s. That chapter 5 is for transformation, for growth. I'm completely reworking a system. This nigga backtracked like no other. Trey fell off so bad that you would have thought that he was a brand new artist when that nigga made another song. You think his Just Gotta Make It album was the best? I think it's between what am I trying to, and that's the other thing, like that's the other thing. You all like that type of music, and see, I was a mixtape fan of Trey. Like my favorite Trey is the first Let Me Hold That Beat, where he's rapping when he did it like Lil Wayne be doing like the droughts or the whatever, like he take that beat and then he rip that motherfucker, because people don't know that Trey be that nigga be rapping too. So like y'all forget that. Like he had a lot going for him. And like I don't know, that nigga just, I don't know, it's like he quit life. I don't think that he fell off with the R. Kelly thing, like people comparing him to R. Kelly, because R. Kelly was already falling off and people was looking for Trey to be that next R. Kelly. He was a lot more handsome. His hair was better. And just a bunch of things. He just didn't come with all the extra baggage. Like R. Kelly started with baggage. You started fucking kids. Like everybody said that about you from the time you've been out. I don't think that it was the pressure of that. I think that he just wanted to remain popular, so he started dealing with younger kids, i.e. you got caught up in that scandal mess with Keke Palmer, and then you and young Dirk, I don't know these young people's names. Whoever be running with Birdman, whatever them little boys' name. Hey, mixtape Trey, Ari, mixtape Trey, baby. That's me all day. Mixtape Trey is me all day, honey. That man bodies, and that's on Ladies' Choice. Any little Trey Songz thing, honey. That used to be on me. I'm dead serious. Like. He was off the chain with a chain hanging from it. In my eyes, there wasn't nothing nobody could tell me about no Trey Songz. But I don't know. I guess all good things come to an end. But they said that his new album is supposed to be him getting back to himself. So I said I might give it a little chance. I'm sorry my hair is so big today, though. Hope y'all can see my face still. But yeah, that was it. It's just stepping. I don't know. Y'all need to just kind of step out. Be different. Try different. Do different. Look different. Feel different. I don't know. I'm gonna see if my grandparents are gonna have lunch now, so I'll see what they want. I will Zai leaves today, so I will be kid free today. These lives won't be as crazy come this weekend because my girls will be back and they're 13 and 16, so I won't be as interrupted. I love you all as always. Thank you for watching. I hope I helped someone.